Hi guys, I'm Samantha Ward, and today I'll be focusing on question 3, the importance of Puritanism in the founding of America. Puritanism was very important in the founding of America. On a mission to reform the Church of England, the Puritans set sail to the New World in 1620 with the purpose to worship as they chose. They clung tight to their beliefs and made sure the Bible was central to their worship. The Puritans were also able to lay the foundation for intellectual and social order in the New World by establishing a school system and self-governance within their colonies. The very same principles that the Puritans ingrained in Massachusetts are also deeply seated in the founding of America. After a failed attempt to purify the Church of England and remove Catholic tendencies, the Puritans looked to the New World as a door of opportunity. The Puritans arrived in the New World and established the Massachusetts Bay Colony, where they worshipped freely. They had 4 main beliefs that largely affected Christianity. The first being that humankind must depend entirely upon God for salvation. Secondly, the Puritans emphasized the authority of the Bible. We are to do and worship exactly as the scriptures direct. Sermons were preached, songs and hymns were sung, and prayers were prayed. Third, they believed that God created society as a unified whole. This meant, for example, that church and state were not unrelated, but complementary spheres of life. This belief made room for the promotion of democracy and provided a foundation for the first political revolution. Finally, Puritans believed that God worked with people through covenants or agreements. The Bible helped to explain the terms and conditions of the covenants that God bestowed upon those who exercise belief in Christ. The Puritans also had a large emphasis on education. In 1636, Massachusetts legislature established a college, Harvard College, after John Harvard left a library of hundreds of volumes to the institution. The college focused on training ministers and other members of clergy in religious education and spirituality. Puritan leaders had not forgotten those in lower education, however. In 1642, legislation threatened town leaders with fines if they did not see that children were trained to read and understand the principles of religion and the laws of the country. 5 years later, in 1647, the Old Deluder Satan Bill was passed and each town was responsible for appointing a teacher. The emphasis on reading and learning made the New World one of the most literate places. The Puritans' push for education had a solid impact on the founding of America. In regards to social order, the Puritans were able to establish self-governance through electing both church and town officials. They had emphasis in work ethic and diligence and Protestant asceticism, making sure they saved and invested their money instead of squandering it away. Puritans played a very large and obvious role in the founding of America in that of religion, education, and government, and for that, we owe them our appreciation.